Hey everyone, welcome back, and this is my review of Yona of the Dawn, episode 7. Very interesting episode. I actually do have a theory here, and this theory could be both positive and negative, depending on how they do it, okay? Well, actually I have two theories. One of them will be perfectly fine, the other could be positive or negative depending on how they do it, but let me build up to my theories first. So, we learn in this episode about a legend that apparently Yona was familiar with because her father read it to her all the time. It was a legend of the four dragon of the I think it was like 5 dragons who apparently ruled. They're like dragon gods who apparently ruled over the world, and one of them came down to Earth and turned into a human. But the humans forgot about their faith and forgot about the gods, so they basically were preparing to execute this dragon, and the other 4 dragons came down to Earth to try to protect their friend. But their friend basically, even though he was about to be executed by the humans that he loves, he still loves them for some reason, which goes to show you a little bit about the character, I guess. And so then the other 4 dragon gods ended up picking a human each to give a specific power. And they're known as the Dragon Warriors, okay? So you have one who had like really long sharp claws that could cut through anything. You have one which could jump into the sky. You had one which couldn't take any damage. Then you had the other one, I don't remember what his power was. But you had all 4 of these powers, and then they ended up all 4 of the Dragon Warriors with these powers, and then they ended up spreading to the far reaches of the world, I'm guessing, and eventually creating these lands, and they eventually left these lands which became known as the 4 tribes. So the fire tribe, the water tribe, the wind tribe, and the earth tribe. Okay. So that's kind of how the 4 tribes came into existence. Alright, and so Yona's and Hawk's whole goal now is to track down these 4 dragon warriors. Alright. However, and she also talked about wielding a bow and stuff, whatnot, in this episode. So, if you remember at the end of the first episode, there was a brief flash forward which showed us Yona fighting on the battlefield and these 4 warriors working alongside her, okay? So that tells us a lot. However, that may also tell us that Hawk may die. Because if those are the 4 dragon warriors, where the fuck is Hawk in that flash forward? That might be foreshadowing that Hawk might end up dying. Because obviously we know he's going to go along with Yona. He's not just going to stay behind while Yona goes off on her own, no matter how wounded he is, okay? He's just not going to. I mean, if Yona can convince him, then he can surely convince Yona. Not to mention, if he's at his full strength, he's really fucking strong. He's not called Thunder Beast Hawk for nothing, okay? So we obviously know he's going to go with Yona. So that maybe hints that he might die. So there's a little bit of foreshadowing for you right there. But now let's get to my 2 theories in this episode, okay? First off, well, both of them can't really be a thing, I don't think. But one of my theories was that maybe Yona is actually a descendant of that dragon, of that dragon that turned into a human. Or maybe I guess she could maybe be a descendant of one of the dragon warriors as well. But I think the best bet is maybe to think that maybe she's a descendant of the one dragon that turned into a human at first that was about to be executed. Okay? Because you can tell that their hair is very similar. He had really long, red, flowing hair, and so did she until she cut it. And she said that she always did hate her hair. Well, maybe the only reason that the Dragon Warriors will agree to help them will be because of her hair. It's very interesting to think. Or maybe, and this is the kind of iffy one, maybe she's the reincarnation of that dragon after the dragon that turned into a human died. Okay? Now, this is the bit of the iffy one, because this could be good or it could be bad. It's not really something I can explain either, unless it does turn out either way. It's just, just could go either way. All right, just all depends on how it's written. Obviously, I really hope that they do it good. Okay, I don't know which one it's gonna be, but those are basically my two theories that I came up with while watching this episode. Other than that, though, in this episode, the romance development was really good as always. I loved how Hawk was about to kiss Yona, and Yona completely, like, I don't know if she was being dumb, okay, and she just didn't realize it, or if she like, did realize it but just didn't want to acknowledge it and wanted to just brush it off and whatnot, but she kind of was trying to take a temperature on his forehead and just, they just, like, kind of smacked foreheads and whatnot, which I thought was really funny. Oh my god, they were about to fucking kiss, and I'm sure they will eventually, like, eventually down the road, okay? But yeah, damn, that was actually really funny and really cute at the same time. Okay. Other than that, there wasn't really any fights in the series, but this type of series, or in this episode, but this type of series where you don't always need fights in order for it to be good. The animation, for the most part, was solid as always. Okay, not really anything to complain about. And the music was really fucking awesome as always, and epic as shit. Seriously, the music in the series is always really fucking good. So yeah, but anyways, so overall, it was a pretty standard episode of Yona, but I still thought it was a really good one. All right, I really enjoyed this episode. If you have yet to see this week's episode of Yona, then I definitely recommend that you do. I thought it was awesome. I can't wait for next week's episode to air. So anyways, overall, hope you enjoyed this review, guys. See you after, guys. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.